How safe or dangerous is this area to be in?
En estos momentos todas las áreas son peligrosas.
The Mexican military making a big effort to crack down on the drug production here. How are you responding to that, and how does that impact your work?
Están haciendo un buen trabajo, pero pues como ellos vienen más, pues uno tiene que buscar la forma de seguir trabajando. Claro, en baja escala, pero no igual como antes, pero se sigue haciendo.
I mean, according to the Trump administration, you are a terrorist. I mean, the cartels have been labeled a foreign terrorist organization. What do you make of that?
Está fea la situación, ¿verdad? Está fea la situación, pero pues todos tenemos que comer.
What's your message to Donald Trump, if he's watching this?
Mis respetos, él tiene que según él, buscar lo mejor para los suyos. Pero el detalle que ya están los consumidores, ¿no? Si no hubiera consumidores, pues uno le paraba.
There is a lot of violence playing out on these streets here at the moment, every day, right? I mean, people are dying on a daily basis. Children are afraid to go to school. Do you have any sense of remorse over your role and your involvement in this group?
Claro que sí. Claro que sí. Creo que sí. Pues está triste la cosa, pero pues está triste la cosa, pero está temblando mucho esta madre.
His phone is pinging. Someone is nearby. He tells us we need to leave for our own safety.
Family, this is unreal. CNN, sympathy towards drug cartels. That's right. While families across America are being destroyed by fentanyl, while communities are being torn apart by cartel violence, CNN is busy covering stories that almost humanize these criminals. It's shocking, it's dangerous, and it's exactly why people no longer trust the corporate media. Why would a reporter ask a cartel, what do you want to tell Donald Trump? It doesn't matter. Cartels have now been labeled by our president as a terrorist group, and rightfully so. So why are we trying to humanize a cartel? Why are we trying to give them a platform to explain why they're committing crime? I don't want to hear a cartel tell me they have to pay their bills. Well, then go work a job that doesn't harm people. So instead of humanizing cartels, we should condemn their behavior. Now take a look at this video of what real news on a cartel should show.
Make fun of us for going across the country doing diner segments. You saw one of the late nights. We're making fun of our diners the other day of talking with the American people, but they treat the cartel as normal people. I don't care what he thinks about the president. What about all the girls that you raped during the drug trade? What about all the people that you have murdered? What about all the innocent Americans that have died as a result of your cartel, the human trafficking that goes on as well? I would have expected that to be the focus of the interview, not what he thinks of the president of the United States. I don't care what he thinks about the president of the United States.
He says, yeah, he's looking out for his people, by the way.
We got to eat. We got to eat.
Right, that's what the mob says. Oh, we got to eat, right? I mean, they're locking down with illegal activity. He does say the reason why we sell our drugs here is because we've got customers. No doubt about it. They're drug users.
So he's blaming Americans.
Yes.
Exactly.
And not himself, not taking responsibility.
None.
If they weren't making drugs and selling drugs, Americans wouldn't have drugs to buy and wouldn't
Perfectly
be dying.
stated.
So, you know, these individuals have blood on their hands. It's easy for them to say, we've got to eat. Well, then just get a regular job. That's what
said
it. Do. And you can't do something illegal in order to eat. That's not how America works. And you have to realize, like, I'd rather be poor than have blood on my hands and be accused of killing and responsible for killing millions of Americans.
So Caroline Levitt saw the interview. This is what she said.
Well, it was fascinating to me, Sean. I was actually scrolling on Instagram when I came across this interview, and it stopped me in my tracks, not just because they sat down with a member of a Mexican cartel that is now designated as a foreign terrorist organization by the United States government, but because of the nature of the questions of this notorious foreign terrorist. It was a softball interview giving a platform to a notorious drug cartel that has killed American citizens. I thought it was quite despicable.
Exactly.
But again, this is just another reason why the trust in the legacy media is at an all-time low amongst the American public.
It's just such a good point. I don't care if it's the Democrats or it's the media. On every single issue that matters to the American people, they find a way to be on the wrong side of the issue.
Always.
I mean, this was the first opportunity. It's not like we get many interviews with cartel members to actually get in their mind. Why are you doing it? Why are you killing our people? Why are you raping these young girls across the border?
How do you sleep at night?
How do you sleep at night? Not, when he said, "I gotta eat," what was the response to that?
Exactly.
I mean, it's really sad when the media provides cartel for the number one, I guess say, gang that is killing our people. Young people are dying because of the drugs that they're putting across this border. It's the number one way they can die.
Just so you know, they're heavily surveilled right now. The Trump administration looks at the cartels as the major problem. That stuff about Scheinbaum saying I'm what the president said over the weekend, Scheinbaum's scared to death of the cartels that kind of run in the country. That's their problem. But cartels are our problem.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's going to be too much longer before, if we catch them directly doing anything at the border, they're going to get hit directly from our military for the first time.
It's emblematic of what we're seeing, though, in the Democratic Party, because we're seeing them trying to be sympathetic to now gang members. They were sympathetic to other gang members that were removed from our country and put in prisons in El Salvador. They care. It seems they care more about the criminal than they do the victim.
They do.
Van Hollen's visiting this gang guy.
So you've heard it yourself. Here's the problem. When you soften the image of the cartel, you soften the reality of the destruction they cause. CNN never seems to highlight the grieving parents in Ohio, Florida, Arizona, or in the state that you reside in, who lost a child to fentanyl smuggled in by these very organizations. Instead, they push narratives that border on sympathy, framing cartel members as if they're just caught in a system, not willing participants in brutal violence. And when CNN humanizes the cartel, what happens here in America? Well, let me tell you. Over 100,000 Americans died from overdoses last year, fentanyl being the leading cause. Cartels make billions of dollars every year, smuggling, extortion, and human trafficking. Border states are dealing with violence spilling over, kidnappings, and unsafe communities. So family, let's get the discussion going. Leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what you think about CNN humanizing the cartels. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to receive immediate updates on the next video. Remember, remain curious and stay bold. Have a good afternoon, and I will see you in the next video.